So welcome to well, as we're kind of setting up the lobby here, we don't have control of the lobby. Unfortunately, that is Hardin's running it right now. But it is Hardin versus Great Falls. Um, this is the first game that these two have played against each other today. So we're gonna be looking for a pretty good game. I believe they will play each other again in the last round of this playoff series. But for now, we'll just be waiting until then. So yeah, we're just chilling. What?
Good job.
Yeah.
Production is your headset.
Here you go, Bat Sucks. Take it.
Hello, everybody.
My name is Markiplier.
My name is,
Jacksteps.
I don't know anything about Echo, bro.
Well, I
They
don't
shoot
play
a
Echo.
bunch of sticky orbs,
I
and
mean,
that's
like,
about it.
I heard that you have to be like good on every character, good on Echo. Doesn't make sense.
I gotta check out and fix all this other stuff. There we
I
go.
see garlic bread and K daughter back.
Yeah.
I reckon. Oh right, yeah. Wait. Yeah, we've looked at both of these.
Yeah,
teams,
there we go.
It's duck shart, duck fart. I remember those.
Yeah, there we go. Yes. No,
Sydney-
this is Hardin and Great Falls.
Right at the top.
There we go. This should be better. And
Okay, W production. At least somebody does work around here. It's not me.
Man, Arissa.
Ban Orisa, they must have done some, like, cheeky scouting, because Orisa is kind of an uncommon ban.
Yeah, I'd rather ban like Alga.
To be fair, I do believe... No, wait. It was Sydney. Sydney was doing some sneaky VOD reviewing. I was
Sydney
gonna say,
was.
some of these teams might have been watching some of the streams to see what people were playing. 'Cause I remember seeing an Orisa go kind of crazy on Ilios earlier today.
True. That did happen. That was with it was like Nyx or something, wasn't it? One of the DPSs?
Vic,
Yeah, Vic, that was it.
Vic, I believe you won to see. Kind of a demon, that guy. I do see an endorsement level 1 surrounded by a bunch of endorsement level 5s, and we've given the endorsement level 1 guy the match leader, which means we should really avoid opening match chat for fear of what happens on live streams during these scrims.
Yeah, probably.
But, you know, I respect heavily. Maybe it's an alt account. Like, for all I know, Ryan's account is... Oh, wait, no, I can literally see it. It's endorsement level 2, so we're fine. I feel like he should be honorarily endorsement level 5. He should be grandfathered in, like Taylor
Yeah, I think
Swift
so
to a
too.
doctorate degree.
cool. This bracket is going to be running in a kind of co-current fashion. So what we're gonna have, or current. So we're gonna have one side of the bracket stream time. We'll be starting off here with this, but at the same time, Sydney is going to be playing.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Okay,
The game volume loud enough.
big intel. I can hear
I can.
one of the rare occurrences. I mess heavy with these,
Like headphone holders, put it there.
these,
you
I
put it?
assume these are some headphone stands to, like,
Yeah.
kind of keep separated so that there's, like, actual spacing and your headphones don't just squeeze your noggin until they pop like a watermelon.
I see we're going into the well.
Honestly, best place to be. I hear there's water down there. Most people need that.
Ready
Sure.
for battle.
Water.
You know, the people that don't, we call them president.
This is Italy, right? I'm pretty sure.
Huh? Why is production is looking at us just very confused? Italy?
Yeah, we're in Italy, definitely.
I thought it's Greece or some shit.
Now we're in Italy. You can see the Italy soldier in the background.
5, 4,
Very famous. It's there. Very
Oh.
famous Italian soldier, definitely.
Yeah. That guy's very well known Italian.
Yep.
I'm
We're getting
sure
looks of disbelief from production.
he was
Because
actually.
I don't think they can recognize the joke.
it was famous.
Yeah, they cannot recognize the joke.
Famous for inventing pasta
True. The soldiers were.
and spring rolls.
All right, we have. True.
first brig of the season, I believe, or of the series.
I think
Tournament?
so. I think
Tournament?
it's the first break. Yeah.
First brig of the tournament.
We've had, I think, one Lucio and one break.
Pretty big. Instant pick from Oot Boot on the soldier.
We have a flanking Genji.
Huge kill.
This could be big if it pans out.
Good setup, maybe a little bit premature on
goes
the
Genji.
shield. Insane peel from
Rest
the
in
brig,
peace.
gets a massive kill.
Big mercy
Bastion,
play.
a little aggressive, gets punched into oblivion.
Do we see the res?
I hope not, but we'll see. It might come out here. Getting absolutely swarmed by this Genji. The McFlurry
The McFlurry.
is showing why
Putting
the
them
ice
through
cream
a
machine is
McFlurry.
broken.
True. Another Genji, 1 HP, gets the finish.
Holy cow, just absolutely running, slicing and dicing sushi out here for Genji.
Oh, Brigana didn't.
It's like a nice 6-7 for K-Dot on ult charge. Bastion might have his during this team fight, but he gets picked by the McFlurry, absolutely running it down, turning the enemy team into Oreo. Duck Fart, getting close to ultimate, might be able to turn tides if they keep pushing aggressively. And it's Hardin. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good
insane
stun on
snap.
that.
Block it.
Probably look at. Yeah.
Huge stun. Unfortunately, no wall behind them. Did wait out the deflect.
Yeah, I think that's what I would.
Pop the ulti, which is humongous. I do believe you can shoot that shield to make it explode
Yes.
earlier.
You can shoot that shield to save people inside of it from exploding.
Like, huge blade. Domina goes
Huge
down.
blade.
Ram traded, but the Genji does get 2, so it's even right now. Technically, definitely winnable for Great Falls if they can kind of come back together, stabilize a
to-
little bit.
Props to Duckshart the Baptiste for finishing that.
True. Duck Shart the goat. Huge trap, but good cleanup by Hardin for sure.
We're looking at, yeah, about 80% to 12%.
It looks like we did see just some old school classic communication via head nod. Learned how to do that
Very
stuff in
effective.
VR chat.
We are in final fight territory.
It's incredible how fast the Dami shield breaks just from
It
a
is.
couple left clicks from a Junkrat. You don't often see this character, so it's kind of cool. Holy
Wow.
Bastion.
Yeah, what a deflect, too.
You could almost rename Hardin to UMT Maroon, the way they just stand in front of a Bastion and fall apart.
True. We are
Really
known to do
impressive.
that. What a
Crazy
shove.
brig kill. Almost
Good job.
survived the bash, but the
They
the stun
turned it
from
around.
Domina is just a little bit far with the knockback, huh?
Ooh,
I
tires
think it's
coming in. That
necessary,
could finish
to be
off
fair.
Domina.
Crazy floor
Oh.
tires. Somebody call Michelin. It's got 2 with that.
Just got 2 with that, and Domina down. That
Domina
tire not
sucked.
focusing on Domino was the right play.
Was Domina sucked into the well?
Domina was like 1 HP in a Junkrat trap.
Oh,
So I think they
yeah,
just-
yeah, I remember this now.
Fell to
See,
the vortex.
you kind of have to forgive my ability to recognize when things are happening. Turns out when you like look at things but your brain doesn't register and then it forgets everything, you kind of don't know what's going on. Welcome to Overwatch.
Welcome to Overwatch.
I do appreciate the name Boot, by the way.
I wonder if the other team has any spawn room. Doesn't look like it. I can see the walls.
I've been low-key stalking these hero levels, by the way. I don't think I've seen anybody that's above like level 50.
I don't think so
I'm really
either.
sad. I got 37 Moira. I respect that. A
36
Junkrat Orisa
Genji.
main. Yeah, what I'm realizing out of this is that I might have problems.
Yeah, I think you're. What level are you?
I'm like, I think I'm like 170 or something on Sombra.
Yeah, it's wild.
And then my other characters are like level 70 or 80 or something too.
Anyways.
Instant dive on
opening pick.
Bastion. I think Hardin has a strategy of just hard focusing the Bastion ASAP, just not letting them get into turret form, not letting them spray down main, not letting them get super big value, and then Genji gets a bunch of cleanup kills. They completely wipe the Great Falls team.
And the McFlurry right there, just taking out both supports, finishing off Diana with Baptiste using Deflect.
Truly, truly
Their
just
own
blending
supports attacks
people.
against- yeah.
Insane deflect just wipes his own Bastion wipes his own dominant shield, which is humongous. Gets himself to 1 HP. Maybe it's a little hard to see from all of this. Ooh,
Yeah.
insane punish. Huge. This Domina is insanely good at the snap blockets. They really get huge value out of them.
I wonder what perks they picked.
One is
Oh, I
extra
can see them.
range. Yeah, one is extra range.
and orb slow.
And the other one is the orb slow. Yep.
I don't know if I would have taken orb slow into the.
See, what's the other perk besides orb slow? It's extra HP, right? Extra healing.
No, it's the shoving into your barrier stuns them and does 100 extra damage.
Honestly, given how aggressively
'Cause
Hardin
given-
is playing,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can absolutely stun, like, you can stun the McFlurry super effectively into that barrier, I think.
Yeah, take Genji and even Ramatra, and whenever they just walk forward into your
Who
shield,
gets
you
picked, they're
shove
down to
them
support.
back into the thing. They lose like 200 HP. Domino surviving, as Domino does. If she lives through that, yeah, extra health with that orb.
I do think the Great Falls team is doing a really good job of just trying to play together as a team, as a cohesive unit. I think the biggest struggle that they're having is that they play just a little bit.
Yeah. Once the team fight starts for Great Falls, they'll just stagger and break apart.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
Right. That's 98, 99.
it's
and
causing
that is
much
points.
hate and discontent. But
Job to Hardin.
I gotta say, mechanically, I think all of these teams are quite effective. I think it's a positioning kind of issue, like a timing engagement issue.
Yeah.
I think easily all of these players can improve, make this game a very neck and neck competition. Like really big pick to Bastion, or on Bastion, big pick to McFlurry.
On both supports.
But on both supports, I think the Mercy wasn't exactly sure where they were. If they moved a little bit more to the right, they would have been behind that fence, and then they would have moved. They would have been able to like fall off the map and then use Mercy's cool flying abilities
the
to
Guardian.
yeah, to survive the Genji dive. I think that might have been their strategy, but they didn't quite get far enough, which is totally fair because I know they didn't turn around to look at exactly where they were walking. I think they were playing off of vibes a little bit. But well played, well played. Definitely McFlurry MVP. But I
would say
gotta
so.
say,
I would not be surprised to see a Genji
can't be
ban.
surprised. Oh my
That's
god.
yours.
My hero. Congrats.
Congratulations
I'm
on
glad.
moving in, Joy Boy.
Huge news.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Joy
to come
Boy
all the
has
way around.
officially acquired housing. Ever, probably?
True, first time ever.
See it.
Come
See Julian.
on!
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm glad Julian was able to acquire Juice.
And a home.
Now has a home.
Home. The home. They're not home.
They say home is where the heart is, which is why I play Sombra.
So is Domino.
I like Domina. I feel like if I crawled inside of Domina, I could live there for like a week.
Yep, there's the Genji ban that I was thinking.
I'm not surprised.
Not either.
I think that's a pretty big, pretty classic pick. I think characters that move quickly are very hard to deal with, especially if you're not used to them. Used to playing against those team comps like
Yeah.
a Tracer, a Genji, even a Vendetta or like Sojourn. Characters that can really just disengage from team fights. Picking those characters as bans, I think, is a pretty free pick.
There's also like two answers to characters that can be fast. Like you think Cassidy, Flashbang, and I guess Junkrat Rap.
Yeah,
You
maybe
know,
that
but,
was a
like,
plan.
There's like 4 abilities in the game. Hog Hook, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
all like every answer to it is literally just be better than the Genji.
Yeah.
Because you have to like outplay the outplay. Like you have to wait out deflect or like predict deflect and then flashbang around that or hook around that or anything. I mean, obviously you can pick like a beam hero like Sim or Zarya, but picking a character exclusively to mark a different character kind of evolves your team a little bit because you aren't able to fully run a strategy or a set team comp the way that you normally would. And I think that makes it very difficult for a lot of these teams. Like Sim is a very oppressive hero.
Ready for
In
battle.
Sim is a very oppressive hero in Overwatch in the 2026 era, but you don't often see them. I think because the character is boring. But the TP is very powerful, turrets are very powerful. Being able to move your team around, extremely useful. We saw it earlier today on this map specifically, allowing the team to cross the high ground without moving through choke, without getting stuck there. Made it for a very quick work of capping first point, winning the game. I don't suspect that we'll see it here, but they do have a teleport off the Reaper, so that might allow them to get some off angles and, you know, poke from the back line, get some pressure off of choke so
Yeah,
that
or
the
even just
Dominant
like a
can push
starting pick would
forward.
be nice.
Attackers incoming. Defend
We,
objective
you know, isn't that guy's name like Mamdani or something? No, that's a U.S. politician.
Fundada?
Mandata,
Mundada,
that's
uh,
what it is. You know what? I'm close enough. It's like named after the same guy. It's like
I
a
don't like
reference or
really
something.
care. Let's see.
Big Bastion nades. Huge Junkrat disengage. Bastion used turret form. They're waiting it out. The Orisa just running it down with Spear. Has no cooldowns at all anymore, but
We
I
see
don't think Great Falls sees any
Ooh, what is it?
intention of pushing forward. They don't see any opening yet, but looks like they've finally taken the initiative. They've made it through. Junkrat did not see it coming.
Blue is their entire team playing on the low ground. You can see it kind of devolving now. Good sleep.
Good, great sleep even. Bastion turret form is up, but they have no tank. They can't push forward. They have to just wait it out. They might not even be able to get a recontest in here. They absolutely won't be able to get a recontest in here, but they can definitely hold this corner pretty aggressively, especially with their team comp. I think the biggest threat they have to worry about is just a flank from a Reaper, just completely causing their team to disengage.
True.
The moment they're not focused on this Domina, focused on the Orisa, sorry, focused on the Orisa, focused on the Soldier, like it becomes hard to keep track of all of these cooldowns.
We can see the ult charges on the teams. Bastion has his ult, and Ana just got theirs.
Yeah, the turret form, I think this is a little bit early on the turret form. I think the shield is a little
So
far
too.
back. They could have definitely played it a little more forward, but
Nano on the Orisa.
the Nano on the Orisa, the Bastion Venn diagram ultimate, maybe to get some damage off on the Orisa.
Oh,
Huge
good ult
spin.
cancel.
Absolutely saves the team.
I personally can hear some players celebrating in the other room.
Yeah. Big picks. Unfortunately, none of the space was taken. But they pressed aggressively, weren't able to get any picks off of it. They did trade a bunch of ults back and forth. Great Falls doesn't have a very big ult economy, looking like Juno ult coming up here soon. Garlic Bread with a sneaky, beaky flank.
This could be big.
But getting a little creative with the flank route, deciding to go for low ground. A tire on the floor, someone call the Michelin Man. Huge kill.
Big.
Quadruple kill, even though there were only 2. Sextuple kill, even though there are only 5 people on the enemy
Yeah, I'm not
team.
entirely sure why Athena calls.
I think Athena and I have similar math skills.
Yeah.
We may have failed a class or 2. You know, this is why you shouldn't trust AI.
True.
They're really good at some things, really bad at math. But big flank from Great Falls, looking like they're going from back alley.
Looks like they're also being called out.
And being called out, but
Ooh.
they did have a bunch of teammates to back them up, so it stops
Forced
the
abilities out of Reaper.
Orisa
Got
push.
Orbit.
A big high ground angle control from this Junkrat allows them to push the supports backward. Junkrat gets separated, or Bastion gets separated because of that Junkrat, gets killed.
Where's that Orbit?
Reaper
Orbit's-
kills the Junkrat, but it sits in his mines, dies. Orbit comes out to allow Great Falls to push pretty aggressively in spite of being down 2. I think actually down 1 because the Reaper traded.
Reaper did trade.
No value on the orbit, but did sustain through the fight a little bit.
We have a nano and rally
Huge.
coming up. Need to break those bubbles.
Huge bubbles. Didn't quite get the soldier kill because the Ana is quite noticeable.
What a sleep.
Insane sleep dart. Full supports picked.
Yep.
Big whip shot. Nice cleanup.
Very clean team win.
Pretty cut and dried team win right there. We have a nano boost coming out for Hardin. Looks like the only ultimate that will be in this next fight, but
Probably just on the tank again like it has before.
yeah, I
I
suspect.
have noticed that Blue Yeti, unfortunately with all the long ranges, that Reaper can't, or at least they aren't, getting
Yeah.
close enough to farm Blossom quickly.
This Reaper is also pushing like main or pushing very loud angles
Yeah.
instead of taking like. I suppose I can't really say much because this Junkrat holding up here,
Yeah,
soldier
Junkrat
holding
is
up here,
making
it's
it
really
hard.
hard to push into that, which is what he tried to do last time. The Domina does take him out with an Orbi. A nice, what is it, a prismatic shard? I don't know what it's
I
called.
don't remember, I think so.
Something like that. Good Bastion, just waiting for his time.
But if you will, it's Bastional, Reaper ult,
Looking
and
for
Nano
it,
Boost
yep.
coming up.
I would, if I was this Ana, I would
Whoa.
nano boost the Brig. Unfortunately, a little bit late. Bastion, insane ultimate.
Yeah, insane
Incredible
ults.
ultimate.
They should be able to keep us up.
Absolutely. I don't think any ults need to come out for Great Falls, so they should be able to win this, gain a ton of ult economy. This is going to be a hard recontest for our
Unless Junk gets tired, pull something off.
This
They're
Junkrat
99.
tire could be crazy. I say they just let them have it,
Yeah, they just
regroup
let
as a
them have it.
team. You have what, 3 team fights, 4 team fights left in this lobby, this round. You're gonna have to play pretty tactically.
An early
because
tire.
Tire decides not to
Yeah.
go for free kills and only goes for supports. Also, loves rolling the tire on the ground where it's easy to shoot. I do feel like rolling it off walls is really important.
I think so too. You could have taken like a little window up top left and dropped on them.
For sure. 1 HP Ana, they do manage to stabilize, regroup.
Good
gets
anti on the
insane anti-nade. Great nano boost.
Can they get
They
any
can
finishes,
definitely
though?
win this team fight.
Yep.
Does manage to get a pick on the Ana, does manage to get a pick on the Bastion, but
Dodges the sleep with a push.
only 2 left for Hardin.
Yeah,
It is both supports, which means they are going to be unkillable, but
there's one.
with the power of numbers, they can overwhelm all.
I do think that shield was definitely a little back. They push it forward.
I
and
think,
they could just take that corner for free.
yeah, I think Duckfart has a habit of putting the shield
Oh,
kind of in
you see a
front
Reaper
of them.
coming out.
But imagine putting a shield in the back line for this
Yep.
Reaper or something, so that the Reaper can just ult and be untouchable.
That would be ideal.
I think that would be sick.
So I think at that point the Brig would
Oh,
just
a
ult
little
to
deep
stun
from the
him out.
Brig, but
Ooh, that was.
crazy follow-up.
I do like the Orisa Terra Surge pull in to just Junkrat bombarding them.
That's what I was thinking as well. That must be part of their strategy for sure.
Yeah, must
See, the biggest downfall, in my opinion, of the Great Falls team is that their composition doesn't really enable itself very well. Like, you have a nano boost for a Reaper like Death Blossom. We haven't seen that come out. Because I believe we've seen the nano boost go on the tank for most of these team fights.
I would agree.
The Bastion is,
Speaking of
you know,
nano
he's just good at unloading damage in general, but he doesn't really do any, like, there's no real synergy. You know what I mean? Like, maybe speed boost, speed ring Bastion, like, there's small synergies here and there, but the synergy from
The,
Hardin is really nice because
Hanzo's support on Orisa has been nano. Just then. Oh, Orisa.
maybe a little aggressive because of that nano boost. Mayhaps got baited a hair, but they can definitely get a recontest in here. They can definitely touch this, win
Got
this
this
team fight.
tire.
Huge ults from both teams. Blow up that shield. Allow the soldier to get
Yeah.
the Ana pick. Huge kill on Bastion. Insane follow-up. Good
Yeah, good
cleanup.
comeback out of spawn.
Nice team wipe. I enjoy the Orisa. I enjoy the Bastion, or the Orisa Junkrat combo. I think the Brig is also really nice because if they try to leave, they can be whip shot back in there or bashed and stunned.
Initiating match.
Huge. I can rod if you need to.
I got so bored from sitting behind production, so I'm gonna actually watch the game. I'm so happy I get to talk. I've been so quiet.
We unfortunately now have production on comms, which
Aha.
means, I mean,
What?
they're production for a reason,
Yeah.
which means we are now debuffed on composition.
What? Oh man. See, this is what happens when you get a Lucio main that's just gonna be talking all the time. You're just gonna get really weird comms here.
All right,
For
what do
me.
you think of the Junkrat sniper?
I don't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sewer Rat does a lot, right?
He
Maybe the
do.
most famous Junkrat player of all time. That guy can do things that is like unreal.
You know, but garlic bread and sewer rat, man, both good,
Yeah.
both good. Love garlic bread.
Oh, if you want to move the camera slow, hold control.
Looks like instead of an Orisa, they're going with a Ramatra main tank for maybe a little bit more point presence, a little bit more pushing power.
I like seeing the aggressive Widow pick. Normally, I like seeing it like as kind of just like, see if you can get picks from high. Fleur's going for a little low shots here.
See, I think the big downside of the Widow pick is the enemy team does always play Bastion Reaper, so they're playing against characters that are really strong, like kind of hard
Yeah.
to get headshot, one shot, but, you know, one pick on a support, that's an instant team wipe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such an easy fight to take over. It's like they're swapping back, maybe Genji's banned, so
Yeah.
I could see,
No, they're staying on it.
oh,
You know, I honestly, I
really
like the
fast.
switch. Oh no, they're not switching. They're just moving up.
getting,
Ram using the shield a little early, but that's fine, right? Like, the goal for Hardin right now is just like, if it's hard to push in on King's Row first point, the easiest way to push in, just spam ults, right? So they're just going to try to get as much ult charge as humanly possible. They're doing a pretty good job at it right now. Ram's farming pretty fast. Nano is approaching rapidly, 67%.
Junkrat did
Dear
get a trade.
Lord.
Junkrat did get a trade with the Bastion. I think that's a
Ram!
huge,
He's
huge
going
pick.
in! Dominant with a good shield, though.
Running it down, running it faster than the Hardin team or the Great Falls team can rotate, so both supports do fall.
The quick shots from the Widow actually taking out the Reaper there. Bastion turret form,
Terraform is back.
a little bit
Many
inactive,
boys.
is in the air, looking to try to get the Junkrat. Gets the Junkrat.
Gets the Junkrat.
He's gonna look at getting the Ana too. Oh, Ana wins! It's just the last tick.
Close. And there it is, point for Hardin.
Hardin has begun their attack. Both teams,
I think this is where
Ooh.
both teams start
What?
to come into their own with their team comps a little bit. This Widow has a lot more sight lines, a lot more angles
Yeah.
that they can poke from, but this Reaper also has a lot of those angles that you can take, kind of contest this Widowmaker.
I would argue that King's Row is particularly the most punishing map positioning-wise. If you take a bad angle, like, for example, like, in that last fight, if we look at their spawn, like, who's running back for Great Falls right now, like, it takes so long if anybody on Great Falls dies here. It takes so long. They have to go all the way back to the very end of the map to walk back.
Absolutely. And you have to be really quick to recognize when a fight is won and when a fight is lost and be able to disengage or attack them very quickly
Yeah.
so that you can stop them from just rotating away from everything that you're trying to do.
Blue Yeti has just been actually walking on top of the Widow the entire game, which is horrifying to think about.
Yeah. This second point here with all of these high grounds that they can walk around in these buildings, like the bridges, there's so many flank routes, so many ways
Visor
to
comes
get
out.
very close without taking any damage to the enemy.
Oh, the shot almost goes off the tire straight through. Gets shot by the Ana. Good aim.
Good aim, good
Here
mechanics.
comes Hardin. Nanoed Ram.
Follows-
Going
follows-
straight through. There's the bubble. Just goes straight through the Domina. It does not matter. Domina might be immortal, but it can't save her through a Nano.
You know, gotta give a shout out to Oot Boot to the Great Falls Ana though.
Yeah.
The Junkrat tire, definitely the hardest thing in the game to hit. Can be, at least.
It can be.
Can be one of the hardest things in the game to hit. Absolutely dominates the tire. Unfortunately, follows that up with the sleep dart on a giant Ramatra that takes their entire screen.
Yeah.
Slightly misses, slightly. But really close, really close.
Speaking of which, Utboot looking on this Reaper right now, just trying to keep him from doing anything.
just hard watching the Reaper. Bastion's taking a bunch of damage.
Ooh, the Blossom comes out. K-Dot is dead. Ana misses the sleep. No, it doesn't matter.
No Wraith. But good trade nonetheless. A trade for a Brig for DPS, definitely worth it in my opinion.
And Great Falls so far having a great push in.
Yep, good shield. They're not playing too aggressive, not getting too greedy. Just
Form comes out.
Trying to get cooldowns out, trying to get some kind of positional advantage here. There's turret form.
Staring straight at the turret.
Nano Boost comes out from Hardin for this Ramatra.
There are a few things in the game that are more scary than a nanoed Ramatra.
That is certainly
Outside of, I would argue, like, a nanoed Genji is horrifying, a nanoed Ramatra is horrifying, and I'm trying to think if, like, anything else is worse. Nanoed Sojourn.
I gotta say, a nano boosted Junkrat if they be landing those balls.
You know, maybe.
You know, a good mine in the middle of your team. That's real scary.
On to the last push.
I will say, some of these tires, you know, they haven't gotten elims, they've taken focus, they've been charging ult a lot.
Oh, the Reaper teleport on.
Oh, there it
evaporated.
is.
Goodbye. Gone. In next year. Goodbye.
Gone.
Holy.
Reduced to atoms.
Ooh, the tire comes in. It's
Oh,
aggressive.
It's gonna be humongous.
Oh, gets 3! Yo!
Crazy tire.
Okay, I was
After the
doubting the
Reaper
Junkrat
kill.
pick. Why did I doubt the Junkrat pick? This is amazing.
Of course.
What?
If I've ever seen
He's
a
so
Junkrat
good.
that deserves a nano boost, it is garlic bread.
Hardin taking game 2.
And I
Taking the
believe
series 2-0.
that is the series. Yes.
Garlic bread.
Well-deserved,
Who else
well-deserved play of
deserves the
game.
play? Seriously. What a tire. It's got to be right at the end.
With the Reaper
Evaporates.
For Elim play of the game. I appreciate that they stare at their team like, I wonder what these guys are
And goodbye.
doing. Nice.
Well
Back to
done.
lobby.
All right, and next game, we actually got to figure out which next game is. So if we hit break real quick, and then we will be back shortly as we set up the next game.
With some team that is playing
Another
against
team,
Another
yes.
team.
We still got to figure that out.